Hey girl, welcome to Brandy's Backyard. I'm so glad you stopped by today. Today we are going to make mulberry syrup. Mulberries are such a great little fruit. Most of the time they're free. You can make syrup, you can make jelly, you can make wine. The possibilities are endless. I'm lucky enough to have a neighbor that has a mulberry tree, and he allows me to go over there and pick mulberries for free. Thank you, neighbor John. So, the ingredients that you're going to need today are 6 cups of mulberries, 4 cups of water, 2.5 cups of sugar, and 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. Okay, to get started, what we're going to do is we are going to take 6 cups of mulberries and the 4 cups of water, and we're going to put them on the stove, and we're going to allow them to simmer for 30 minutes. Bring this to a boil and then allow it to simmer. While the juice cooks on the stove, I thought this would be a great opportunity for tea time with Brandy and Dolly. So Dolly and I were just talking, and I was telling her that my son Jackson just graduated high school, and she was telling me that she graduated in 1964. I was like, girl, you are still slaying it. Okay, once the juice is finished, you're going to take it. You're going to use cheesecloth because we're going to strain out all of the berries because the berries have a green stem in them and it can make it gritty. So let's go ahead and pour all this out. And then we will let this strain through the cheesecloth. Now that we have strained all of the berries and the stems out, we're going to take 3.5 cups of the juice that we made, and we are going to add the sugar and the lemon juice. Now we're going to let the sugar dissolve, and we are going to let this simmer for 30 minutes. This is simmering. We're going to go ahead and turn our water bath on so we can start sterilizing our jars. While the syrup is simmering, you want to make sure that you stir it occasionally. You don't have to can this recipe, but you do need to use a sterile jar. I can this recipe because it only lasts up to 2 months in the refrigerator, and I do not feel that I will use up that much syrup that quickly, and this gives it a longer shelf life, and I can enjoy it in the wintertime. The key to canning is to keep yourself safe, and if you would like to learn more about that, you can get on the USDA website. So what I'm going to do is make sure everything is sterilized and clean. Pour the hot syrup into these jars, and then we will seal them with a lid that has been sterilized. You want to leave a 1/4-inch headspace so it can make sure that it doesn't overflow and that it stays sterile. So yeah, we're just going to continue on filling these jars, and then we're going to water bath this for 10 minutes. All right, you all, we're almost there. So what we're going to do is we're going to wipe the edge of the jar to make sure that the lid will get a secure seal. All right, when placing the lid on the jar, you want to make sure you don't touch the underside of the lid because you don't want to break sterility. So, and then you'll place the ring on the jar, and you want to place it on the jar fingertip tight. You don't need to crank it on. You just want to make sure it's on there tight enough that nothing will leak out. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and place this in our water bath, and we're going to process it for 10 minutes. Okay, you all, they have finished processing, and we are just going to let them sit here for the next 24 hours. We're not going to touch them. We're just going to leave them alone. And then tomorrow I'll come in and make sure that everything has sealed, although I have heard my little ting-tings. And tomorrow when I do come in to check on them, I will tighten the lids, and then they're ready for storage. So I have a little left over, and I kind of did that on purpose so I can give this a taste, because you know it's my favorite time of the day. It's taste test time. So here I go. It is so good, and I have to be honest with you. I am very excited because I am going to use this to sweeten my iced tea, and I think it's going to be fabulous. Well, I hope you liked this video. If you did, make sure you like, share, and comment, and don't forget, it's Hey Girl, it's Brandy's Backyard.